There isn't anything that I wouldn't do for this man. I would even take off my clothes and give him a private show to the tunes of his soul, because he's all that I need and more. I would give birth to 10 of his children without using any drugs to help ease the pain, and then I would give him one more just because our love is that insane. There is not one thing that I would not do for my lover, my best friend, my honey, my boo. I can't wait to meet him. All right, I'm good.
Yeah, we'll get to that very soon. But what is important is that Redemption Island is back, and this video is all about it. If a player gets voted out, then they get to fight their way back into the game and attempt to win $1 million. Everyone here saw last season on TV, so they already know how this works, which is why there is little surprise when 2 returning players show up in Ozzy and Coach. However, I will say, smart changes have been made by production to ensure their twists are not wasted this season like they were last time. Now, last season we saw Francesca say she was targeting the returning players, and she was promptly voted off first for saying that. So apparently Christine of the Blue Upolu tribe says this is a brilliant strategy, because she then, right in front of Ozzy and Coach, calls them temporary players. Oh boy, we have a messy season on our hands, don't we? Now, the Red Savai tribe is the first to go to tribal, and they vote off Semhar, the spoken word poet.
Life on Redemption Island. You will have some basic supplies to help you maintain your world here on Redemption Island. If you win duel, you will remain on Redemption Island and will still be alive in the game. If you lose your duel, you will be out of the game and must leave Redemption Island. Sometimes I wonder if I really miss you, or if I just miss feeling loved, cared about, and important. You walked away untouched and unbruised, still feeling complete off the love I gave you, while I was left to crash. I'll never understand how men like you can cause so much damage, or even worse, how women such as myself can even stand it. I don't miss you. I miss feeling loved.
I'm not quite sure how to do this. Ooh, that's a big fish. Come back. I wonder if fish like bananas.
Redemption Island has its highs and lows, and this is definitely a learning experience when it comes to survival. But I'm learning how to overcome my fear of Redemption Island and survive, and that's refreshing.
Well, we can safely guess that Semhar is not built to last in this game, but maybe, like Matt last season, she can persevere and succeed. All you gotta do is win those duels. And unless my eyes deceive me, that bridge Semhar is standing on is the same one we saw Russell find the idol under in Season 19, which means this is the Foa/merge camp of Season 19 Samoa. Very cool. So when the Blue Upolu tribe goes to tribal, they vote off Christine. I am not shocked. Is anyone really shocked? And when Christine gets to Redemption, she says, oh, Coach had it out for me, and I don't get why. Just because I targeted him? Oh, is that why he wanted me out? Yeah, Christine. Duh. So the next day at the duel, Christine says, I have animosity towards Coach for voting me off, when all I wanted to do was vote him off. Amazing. I mean, she's being sincere. It's amazing. So they compete for their life in the game, and
there isn't anything that I wouldn't do for this man. I would even take off my clothes and give him a private show to the tunes of his soul, because he's all that I need and more. I would give birth to 10 of his children without using any drugs to help ease the pain, and then I would give him one more just because our love is that insane. There is not one thing that I would not do for my lover, my best friend, my honey, my boo. I can't wait to meet him. All right, I'm good.
Semhar loses her totem, Christine stays alive and continues her quest for the $1 million.
Did you know that Patreon is free to sign up for? Yes, that is the place where I give updates, post videos early, and have you all pick what I make now as a free option. Every video has no ads on there. Link in the description. You can cancel anytime, and there's a 15% discount if you do sign up for 1 year. Thank you for your support. The end of episode 3 sees Papa Bear voted off, and the next day Christine beats him easily. Who saw this 39-year-old mom running the gambit on challenges? Not me. She says, Coach is a dope, and I cannot wait to pull a Matt from last season, get back in the game, and vote Coach's butt off. But in the meantime, she tries to fish to no avail. No one on Redemption Island so far has been very survival savvy. but she does get a gecko, and I think that counts for something. This episode does end with Stacy voted off of the Blue Apollo tribe, and when she arrives on Redemption,
Christine, guess who else running things? Coach.
I knew it.
Everybody there tribe acting like everything is hunky-dory. It ain't hunky-dory. Who you talk to? I talked to all the girls. I'm doing this.
Yeah, you didn't talk to
Live straight from hell. All y'all gonna go to hell with gasoline draws on. Tribal was so fake. It was so fake. That is not one big happy family on the Blue Tribe. Coach, come on here. He try to act like he's just all holier than thou. He is nothing but a joke.
Stacy is a gem, and I hope she makes it as far as possible. Upolu, by the way, is running a cult predicated on Coach using Christianity, twisting it as a means to control people and create fear in a way that is unbiblical. He even finds the hidden immunity idol, pretends to have not found it, does a public prayer to God with the others, and then pretends that he found it in order to act like God gave them a miracle. It is disgusting. Anyways, at the Redemption Island Arena,
it wasn't a team. It is Benjamin, Albert, and Sophie. But who's the ending to? Benjamin and Albert.
Benjamin,
team.
Coach.
What's his name? What was his birth name? It wasn't Coach. It was Benjamin, wasn't it? And you know, they're children, 26, 22. They over there listening to all the Benjamins, Halloween jokes, Chucky the Cheese jokes. They want it. He going out for loyalty, got them feet. Oh, Ben was so loyalty. Come on, every day got a story. I wasn't buying it. No. So they trade like yesterday, like the tribal was all cahoots. Benjamin, let's give a hug. Keep that hug. For me, because it wasn't real.
I love Stacy. It's too bad Christine beats her in the duel because Stacy is amazing. Elise is then blindsided by her Savaii tribe, and at the next duel, Rick of the Upolu Cult Alliance roots for Christine to win, and she flips him the bird. Amazing. Christine then beats Elise, and that is now 4 people she has eliminated in this game. Michaela is then voted off of the Upolu Cult Alliance, and Christine is like, crap. Michaela is 18 years younger than me and clearly in much better shape than myself. I have an uphill battle to beat her. So at the Redemption Island Arena,
Adjust and try again. Christine thinks she has it. Christine stays alive on Redemption Island.
5 people in a row. Christine is becoming quite a challenge beast. But then a massive curveball is thrown her way. You see, since this season has the same basic format of the last one, everyone here essentially knows what will happen and when it will happen. AKA, they know there's only one more duel and Christine gets back in the game. So Ozzy purposefully gets voted off of the Red Savaii tribe to eliminate Christine. Now, for context, to catch you up on Ozzy because he is a returning player, his career has seen him win about 70% of individual challenges that he competes in, along with single-handedly winning tribal challenges, completely kicking the butts of 10 or more people in the game at once. He is no slouch. So at the Redemption Island Arena, he tries to trick everyone left in the game.
I gave pretty much everything to my tribe, and then we lose one challenge because somebody can't operate a clip, and that ends up being the person that sends me here. You play the idol, you don't even... I know someone else probably knew that you had it. As far as I'm concerned, tribe boundaries, I mean, if we're at the merge, they don't exist anymore. It's all 1 for 1, and whoever sticks together from this point on makes it farthest in the game. But I thrive under the pressure to come back in the game for revenge, basically.
Ozzy unlocks the 3rd lock. Ozzy wins the duel and is back in this game. Yes! Christine, after 19 difficult days, your adventure has come to an end.
It is. It was a good 40th birthday present.
Yeah, no one bought that. No one bought that at all. And as expected, he wins the duel and Christine is gone. It is hard to pull off a mat-like run against Ozzy. I don't blame Christine. So with no one on Redemption, we gotta skip ahead a little bit. Cochrane betrays the entire Red Savaii tribe and flips to the Blue Upolu cult, causing Keith of the Savaii tribe and then Ozzy to be voted off. Yeah, Ozzy is right back on Redemption, this time not on purpose, but do you recall how everyone before Ozzy struggled to get food?
I just got to Redemption last night. This was my first chance just to go explore the reef, and the reef out here is magnificent. The tide rips out really hard and there's big waves, but that's where you get big fish hanging out. Biggest fish I've ever caught. We're gonna be eating well tonight. We're gonna be eating well right now and tonight. I'm happy to be here. I wish I was in the game, but I'm just as excited to be here. I wonder what they're eating today.
There will be a lot more where that came from. Ozzy is a challenge beast, and the story is now all in on Ozzy returning back to the game to take down the entire Upolu cult, who now holds all the cards and the power in this game. Jim of Savai is voted off, and we see Ozzy easily, and I do mean easily, beat Jim and Keith. Unlike last season, only first place moves on these challenges, so the stakes are even higher than before. Upolu's like, crap, Ozzy is determined now, what have we done? So back on Redemption Island.
I gotta say, being alone on Redemption is a beautiful thing. I've really scored out here. It's sort of like my little mini paradise. I've got all that I could ever want in food. I've got one of the most beautiful reefs and interesting reefs full of caves. I think that duel proved that I'm a huge physical threat still. And if anything, I've just gotten stronger since being out here on Redemption. And the next couple people coming through Redemption are gonna have a big challenge in front of them, and that's me.
The story really wants you to know that Ozzy is a boss. Upolu should be shaking in their boots thinking about him returning, because here's the deal. Dawn and Whitney of Savai are voted off, and Ozzy easily beats them both too, and now he's excited. Only Upolu plus Cochrane the Flipper remain, and he plans on eliminating each cult member one at a time.
7 people left in this game. Caught 7 fish today. I don't know if that's an omen or what, but I like those numbers. So decided to name the fish just to pass some time. I'm trying to go for as many fish as there are Upolu members. I think this one was Cochrane. The little guy. Actually, no, this one. This little guy was Cochrane. And this was Edna. And I think this one's gonna be Brandon. And then later, a little bit later, I'll eat Coach, Albert, Sophie, Rick. Take them down. One by one.
I don't think the story can make it more obvious. Ozzy is the hero we are meant to root for. Cochrane the Flipper is then voted off. And when he comes to Redemption, Ozzy's confident. He's like, look at Cochrane, he's a nerd. He tells us Cochrane has no chance. But Cochrane's ego struggles to think this is true. So when they compete to stay in the game,
Ozzy wins the duel and stays alive.
it was close, but yeah, Cochrane's gone. Beautiful, only Upolu remains. The loved one's visit is back this season just like last time, except this time it's a bit different. Ozzy does not get a choice to see his own loved one. He has to choose 3 people still in the game, so he picks Albert, Brandon, and Coach, the leader of the cult. While on Redemption, Coach lies to Ozzy and says, as a Christian man, I promise to bring you to the final 3. Okay, cult leader, okay. Ozzy doesn't believe this at all, and neither should you. We then see Edna of the Upolu cult voted off, and while on Redemption, she says, Ozzy is amazing and so nice, and I love how he catches me fish. So, at the duel,
Jeff.
Ozzy thinks he has it. Let's check. Ozzy wins the duel and stays alive.
only 5 cult members remain. Down they go. We then see the cult use God to trick Brandon into giving up his immunity necklace so they can promptly vote him off. When Brandon arrives at Redemption and tells Ozzy what happened, Ozzy is blown away. He says, does Brandon not know he isn't playing Survivor with God? He's playing it with greedy humans who just want the money. But this is it. This is the final challenge to get back in the game. Ozzy reiterates, he is a boss. So when him and Brandon face off,
Brandon is out of the duel and out of the game. Ozzy stays alive and is back in this game with a shot at the $1 million.
only 4 cult members remain, and no one, and I do mean no one, is happy to see Ozzy back in the game. Yes, Redemption Island is done, therefore the twist is done, therefore the video should probably stop right here, but no way. I am too invested in Ozzy taking down the cult to stop now. I want to point out that at this point in time, every single jury member except Cochrane the Flipper has publicly stated, I am rooting for Ozzy to win. No one wants the cult to succeed. So when Ozzy faces off against Upolu for immunity,
This challenge is on. Ozzy is now in the lead. Sophie trying a new strategy and is quickly gaining on Ozzy again.
Hey, Albert, drop your stack and come pick up my pieces.
I'm in a pretty decent spot right now. Hold on.
Drop your damn stack and pick up my pieces. I'm gonna beat you.
I gotta. All right.
Albert, just drop your stack.
Let me make it easy for you. There is no helping in this challenge. It was designed as an individual challenge. It'll be played as an individual challenge. If you want Ozzy out of this game, beat him. Ozzy wins immunity. You are safe tonight at Tribal Council. After 37 days, Coach, Rick, Sophie, Albert, one of you from this tight group of 4 going home tonight.
How sweet it is to be loved by you. Polo has to vote off another person, and Coach is so mad that Ozzy won. Rick is voted off, and this is it. One last challenge to win the $1 million prize, essentially, because if Ozzy wins immunity, he is going to win in a landslide. Keep in mind, by the way, Ozzy's already been to the end of Survivor once in his first season, and he lost the $1 million by 1 vote. This is redemption for him in so many ways. And even Rick, by the way, who just got voted off, is rooting for Ozzy. It's crazy. So they all compete, and
Ozzy with a huge lead. Do not panic, you will have time. Anybody can win this challenge still. Sophie has her first piece of the puzzle. Ozzy had a huge lead and it is gone. Sophie has her 4th piece of the puzzle. Sophie wins final immunity! This guarantees you a spot at the final Tribal Council.
yeah, I hate to say it, but the Upolu cult wins. Despite Ozzy's best efforts, somehow he got flustered by a puzzle and Sophie beat him and she wins the season. That's how you know the show is not scripted, by the way, because Ozzy would have won if it was. A bit disappointing, but it was a fun ride, wasn't it? So what do you think about the Redemption Island twist of Season 23 South Pacific? Was there anything they could do to improve it? Because we will be seeing it one more time before it evolves into something else. Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks for liking and subscribing. I'll see you all next time.
I'm more proud of this game than I played in Cook Islands, which I got into the end. I'm more proud of this game than Micronesia, which I'm not proud of at all. I decided I didn't want to play the game of Survivor and end up in a really pretty place with my body totally intact. I wanted to play where I skid in broadside, totally used up, worn out, beat down, and battered, but at least I could say, what a ride. What a ride this was.